Oh, shit.
Now that's a roll, folks.
Okay, I got 217.
17.
Yeah.
Let's
Fuck.
go.
We
return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Elliot, would
Hi.
you like to provide us with your recap, please?
All right. I have one ready. Mad dash to the finish line, but I got there. That's all good. Still counts. So we had Princess of the Apocalypse, episode 33. The party had a rough night's sleep after being woken up by Lady for a false alarm. Groggily, but not too worse for wear, we continued our journey towards Redlock. Harvey took to the air, guiding our path through the forest while they swooped up an unsuspecting rabbit. While we walked, Harvey inquired about Phil's family, but he could not really remember who they were, but was sure he had one. He, in turn, asked Harvey about theirs to avoid further questions about his own. We travelled for the rest of the day without incident. Harvey tracked down and slew a deer for our dinner meal. After gathering some wild herbs, Harvey cooked a very hearty meal for the group. Harvey shared out leftover rations for the group, and Kainen asked for another portion for himself. The next day, we made it to the edges of Redlark, but it was not Redlark we remembered. The air was filled with a lingering grey smoke and the smell of charred wood. The town was in ruins. The buildings had been torn and scorched, but by some incredible force, the town was silent. Harvey could sense the presence of fire elementals somewhere nearby, but not exactly where. The group spread out to search the town for any survivors or clues of what transpired here. Our calls were met with eerie silence. Our search only revealed more ruins and burnt bodies. Phil deduced that there was an epicenter to this catastrophic event, and that all the houses there were flattened, whereas those further away only badly damaged. Kainen searched the house previously occupied by Imdar, his contact in Redlock, but only found charred corpses. Seeing that nothing could be really saved or salvaged from the ruined town, we headed towards the chapel where the cleric Noel and Tabitha may have been. Fortunately, we encountered them both on the way there. They had heard Harvey's call and had come to investigate. Thankfully, they were both unharmed. After a short greeting, Noel explained that the fire cultists had entered the town carrying a chest. They placed the chest in the center of the town and opened it, which created an enormous fire tornado that decimated the town. Noel and Tabitha had hunkered down in the chapel that protected them from the blast. We informed Noel of the tunnels that fed into the fire cultist lair and where to find them. Noel inquired of the restoration scroll we had. Phil explained that it had failed. Noel produced a second scroll of restoration, explaining that the weapon we offered him was more than enough to cover 2 scrolls. Phil accepted the scroll reverently, and also pointed out that we had procured the trident also, which was also a special weapon. Noel asked to inspect it, but Kainen did not wish to hand it over. Harvey asked Noel about a spell to possibly help with Phil's memories, but was not sure what could help him. We discussed for a little further on the capability of the spear, along with its ability to even create a devastation orb of its own. However, the requirements for such a ritual could not be found here. Kainen offered the idea of creating the water devastation orb to combat the fire devastation orb, but it would require searching for a water node to achieve this, and the only place he could find one would be back in the dungeons where the water cultists resided.
Thank you, Elliot. So, you're all still in the destroyed Redlock, the burnt cinders of a town that once stood. There's virtually no one around, fortunately. And you get whatever information you can out of Noel Nicklewater. Tabitha's there with him, but I mean, there's not really much to be said, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing?
I'll look to the rest of the group and say, I'm still behind the idea of creating a water devastation orb with this. It's the only thing I can think of to stop something from this. I indicate to the decimation from occurring once again. And the only place I can think of where we can create this thing is somewhere back in where the water cultists resided. Because I know there's a certain place that needs this ritual to begin. And it has to be somewhere there, I'm sure of it.
But you
Eh,
mentioned something about money, right? Do you have that?
I have a quarter of it. I need 1,500 for the rest. I don't know where
we
else
don't
you might be.
know where the water cult is, though, do we?
Well, we know where they were last time we encountered them. That's where I got this. There's more into the dungeon that we haven't been before, but it's possible that they have their own dwelling somewhere else.
Well,
So
it
it-
might. Go on.
No, you go.
No, I was going to say it might stand a logical reason that might have been a joining network. If I remember what you were sharing before, it was the Temple of the Earth cult, with a passage to the Fire cult, with connections to the Water cult. So that might be where our lead is at. Plus, maybe we can get one of these scrolls to work.
I
So there's
think
probably
maybe.
a reason that there's a pathway that leads to the water cultist's lair somewhere down there too.
And what about Vanifair? Because wasn't that the reason we came up here?
We don't even know if Venifair is up here or still down there. They just weren't around when we asked.
Havi sort of looks around at the burnt out village. I think it's safe to say Venifair might be up here.
But do we need the water orb to combat it? It may take time for them to do their ritual.
We.
I
Mm.
Well, I was gonna say we didn't need much against the guy who was holding the trident. Ladies like intentionally forgetting the guy's name. It's not worthy of memory. But yeah, like we didn't need much to get that off him.
I don't
But
know. I
have
was
you-
underwater where there was a lot of fire going on.
Yeah, I remember. I was standing in it.
The real
Sorry.
question is, where would Vanifair be around here? I looked at Knowles like, do you know where the cultists left to?
We stayed hidden as best I could. I mean, can I get a excuse me Constitution saving throw from everybody?
I got this many
18.
27.
17.
and a 10.
Kainen, you start coughing. This lack of fresh air is really getting to you, and you're not really enjoying it. You're after the tunnel, where you went into a coughing fit, coughing frenzy.
Mhm.
Your body is reacting to the smoke in the same way, and you start coughing, and like it's light, and then it's heavy, and then it's ridiculously bad, then it's light again. You take 2 points of damage.
I realize just putting 2 in there and pressing enter means nothing.
Is
They heal damage.
Null or Tabitha coughing?
They appear like, I didn't describe this earlier, but they seem to have cloth over their face.
Okay.
I like doing snot rocket trying to get rid of the dust that are still been in my sinuses from the tunnel. It's really
Judging from the conversation, like he doesn't sound to be of pristine health.
Havi turns to Kainen. I think our main 2 options to go forward is to either go back to the caves or try and find the surface bases for the remaining cults.
Well, the third option is to track down Vanifair. The only thing I can think of is that if they're destroying towns, they must be just aiming at towns. So perhaps there's a town nearby that they may have already traveled to try and destroy as well. I looked at Noel, so like, what are the other towns nearby here?
Well, there's my town north of here. That's already destroyed by water, and this one's been destroyed by fire. Let me pull up the map. And while that conversation with Kainen and Havi was going on, Noel says to Phil, "I do admire your optimism."
That's all I've got left.
You've got more left than you believe. Even I do. There we are, D&D.
I can imagine Phil and Tabitha, because they're shorter, they can stay beneath the fire, the smoke that's just kind of wafting above them.
So you know that
West Bridge is destroyed.
Noel and Tabitha came from the north in a town called Westbridge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we picked up Tabitha to begin with, because it was destroyed by water.
Correct.
That's how we all met in the first place.
Yes.
You know. We have
Do Noel and Tabitha look injured?
Not. They're not bleeding or anything. They don't have any physical wounds. But they look pretty tired and ragged.
Okay.
They've been under a lot of stress. It's not good.
Sure.
Havi reaches into their pack and pulls out some of the venison rations. Use venison.
Yep.
And hands over to Noel. You don't have to stay here. There's not much left here to stay for. Take these and just try and find somewhere safe.
Wow. He bows his head graciously at you as his hands reach out and accept the rations. He's extremely
Grateful.
that's what, yeah, grateful. And he's like, "Oh, look, I what you said makes sense. I don't think the cultists are coming back here. This town's destroyed. I mean, I have my chapel, and it is a place for travelers to come and lay their head momentarily. We will move, and we won't be moving alone. Don't worry about that. My ministry will definitely take care of us, and they will see that we get where we need to go safely, wherever the call is required."
Noel, I remember you used your message spell to contact us. Can you contact anyone else around the Dersian Valley that might be at towns nearby and warn them what's been happening? Have you already?
I mean, I'm tapped at the moment. I used what I could to prevent the worst happening to Tabitha and I got word out to my ministry, but I won't have anything available till tomorrow at the very least.
I looked at
Havi-
perhaps we should. How many typical exits are there at Red Block? Because if we can perhaps find out if we can track which direction they've gone, we might be able to chase them down.
I headed into the hills. It wasn't a path recognizable. All I can say is, as far as we know, it was somewhat to the west. East, sorry.
Do I know about the Lock Path? Was it like that specifically?
What map are you looking at? Because
The Desian Valley map that you gave us, the one that has like the marks on like where the places are.
So
at the moment.
the most recent map in the
Mm.
Facebook chat.
gotcha. It would have been in the direction east of like the Scarlet Moon Hall. Roughly out of character. He can't give you a very accurate description other than east.
Okay. And how many days ago did this event happen? I don't know if I already asked that question, but I'm gonna ask again.
It happened within the past couple days. In a time when you were traveling out of the Scarlet Moon Hall towards Redlark. Actually, no, it would have been before that because you got the message while you're underground.
Yep.
Several days at least.
Okay. Well, if they've headed east again, there's a chance they've returned back to the Scarlet Moon Hall,
I mean, we would have seen that though.
that's true. We would have crossed paths with them. I'm not sure if there's a good way to be able to find them that way. There's a chance that we may have left the Fire Cult's lair and they've just entered a different direction. I don't know if it's worth finding her at the moment. She may be too protected in her lair again.
So what's your thought again?
We have a few directions we can go. We can either try and chase down Van Fair. We can try and create a devastation orb with the right resources to combat the fire cultists, or we seek out the water cultists, I believe, which can combine with the devastation orb I'm trying to create.
Why not do everything? We got the scroll. We got two people who need the scroll. And he's holding the scroll of lesser restoration. We know where the living fire cultists are, so we can either get information out of them or take them out and flush out Vinifear. And since it's connected to the other cultists, we might find the water cultists down there. So it could be, theoretically, everything we need is back at that temple. As much as I hate to admit it.
I tend to know, like, do you have any idea where the water cultists would likely reside? If they had a place of communion or something?
So do you guys have a map or not?
Yes.
We've got the
yeah.
Desert Valley
But
map.
we're trying to map out like what our characters have actually figured out versus the previous characters we had.
Our characters don't know where. Our current characters. Our current characters only know what the remains of Feathergale Spire look like.
Yep.
They know what the remains of Scarlet Moon Hall looks like. They know what the Sacred Stone Monastery looks like, and that's it.
Yeah, we don't know.
But the Feathergale Spire isn't the air cult.
But we don't know that. We don't know anything about the Feathergale Spire, really. Our current characters.
Yep.
Because they're already dead by the time we got there.
That's why I was suggesting the only real leads we have is back at the stone monastery. And we know that we're going to be facing a lot of fire dealers, so how do we plan for that? I don't think I have water spells. I don't think I can do much with water.
Null says, I mean, I know there's a river that runs from north to south out in the east, but if memory serves, there is a place out there, a keep of sorts. But I honestly don't know if they have any sort of cult following or what have you. That sounds quite obscure.
Do you know where exactly this keep is?
It gives you a rough estimation directly east. So he says, I mean, if you travel east and you find a river, I mean, it's going to be either north or south of wherever you find the river.
Mm. So, if we're aiming to go back into the cave, why not go to the keep, see if it is the water cult, and if it is, it's likely connected to the cave system in a new area that we could access.
Mm.
Or even better, if that is the water cult, maybe they have the components Kainen needs.
Agreed.
Mm.
So see, win-win.
And maybe if we're traveling east anyway, we might find trail of more destruction from Venifair if that's where they're headed.
Mm.
So we have a plan.
I guess we have a heading. So
East
we're
it
going to go
is.
towards the river guard. Sorry, towards the keep first, and see if we can find it from there.
And Havi just nods.
All right. All right. I guess we have a place to go.
Thank you very much, you two. I hope you do stay safe.
It's very gracious of you, Phil. I hope everyone here stays safe as well, and good luck with the scroll. I have faith in you.
Have faith in me. This time for sure. You're level 9.
He nods, but he doesn't, so he just kind of grins and nods and then kind of turns away.
Havi goes to give a more personal goodbye to Tabitha and Noel. Because Havi is actually very happy that, they're alive and well.
Afternoon, late afternoon. Do you want to head out now, or do you want to wait till morning?
I would like to find an area relatively nearby where the air quality isn't as
Abrasive on the lungs.
awful.
I'd at least like to try to spend some time seeing if there's anything salvageable.
Okay.
I mean, we could try and go to the chapel to spend the night, but I don't know how far that is.
It's part of the town, so like it's at the, I believe it's at the northern end of town. So it's really not difficult to get to. Like it's 3 minutes walk.
Mm.
Okay. Well, we may as well. I'd say we may as well find a place of camp somewhere outside of all this ruins and smoke.
Oh,
Way there.
please.
heading.
Noel starts to wave you. Come to the chapel. It's nice. It's, well, I say nice, but it's better than
This.
this ruin. Please.
I think we could all use some rest.
All right. Sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
With the chapel, if let's say I were to try to, he's icily trying to size up the chapel to see where the most likely entry point is for an invader, so we can have a good idea where to put alarm just in case. His alarm spell.
You want to.
He wants to see where danger, is there a window close to an alley that someone might try to break into, or is there a back door from the woods that someone might, whatever might be a likely entry for an invader, Phil wants to set up an alarm trap at that location. He's just trying to find the best spot to put one down.
There seems to be two entrances to the chapel. There's a regular entrance at the front, and then there's kind of like basement doors that sort of fold upwards, kind of like your modern day tornado shelter kind of doors.
Okay, well, he'll put it near the basement doors then. Just if anything comes up, that's more likely.
No worries at all. Don't believe I've got the chapel. I'm having a look through my map, see if I've got it still.
Oh, it's theater of mind. It's fine.
Yeah, it will be fine. No worries at all. You guys make it to Le Chapel. Noel welcomes you in, and he's got a pot of stew on the hearth. And he's like, please, please, come. Mikasa Sukasa. And he offers you all some hearty stew.
Yum yum.
It's full
Phil
of
would take it
vegetables.
gratefully, and he'll go to like a nearby window because he misses the sky.
I mean, you go to the window and it's grey.
Oh. He eats his soup looking at gray. Oh, great.
Lovely gray. Better than black, I guess. Leave that.
Racist.
Eventually.
Wow.
I mean, I'm with Splash on this one.
Wow. Y'all going to hell.
Y'all going to hell for that one.
I'll save you a seat.
So yeah, Phil, you have your stew. You've set your alarm at the back door. What is everybody else doing?
Havi will watch the front door for rotation of watch.
Alright, so you managed to set up your sleeping gear near the front of the chapel. The pews are moved aside. Kainen, give me a perception check, please.
Pretty good. It's a 18.
Kainen notices the offer box at the front of the chapel.
Noted.
Oh boy.
Havi, you've set up camp. What is Lady Pierce doing?
Sitting against a wall, probably facing the main entrance. So probably not.
Alright, so you've got your camp location with Havi. Obviously you've taken watch. Kainen, what are you doing?
I would likely be cleaning myself up after coughing out my lung.
It is like it's not clear of smoke, but it is 10 times better than it is out.
He would be. Oh, that's a good question. I guess he would actually be resting in a corner for now until anything is required at the moment. He's just kind of contemplating.
No worry.
Like if there's a what would the word be? Like if everyone's bunkering down for the night, I might have a different decision.
You might have a what, sorry?
I may have a different decision once everyone goes to sleep.
No one. Oh, everybody hunker down for the evening. Is everybody taking a watch?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Javi will take first watch.
Phil will, after he's got his alarm set, he's going to find a nice little pew to settle under, a place that's harder for Mommy Dommy to get to if she gets angry again. He will expend 5 of his sorcery points and create a kind of protective shield around him, and the shield will stay shimmering around him throughout the night.
No worry. So apart from, is it just Havi, and Lady taking watch tonight, or?
I'll take watch tonight as well.
Phil wasn't too worried.
Okay,
Big
so
mistake.
do we have an order?
Harvey first.
Yep.
I'll go second.
Cool, Kainen third.
Yep, I'll go first.
And Noel, you've set up, and I'm sorry that the amenities are not much, but I'm glad we can house and protect you the same way that you showed to protect Tabitha and myself included. Thank you so much. And we have some quarters in the back. We're just going to lay our heads down. I don't think anybody's going to come, but I appreciate you keeping watch, keeping guard. Okay. So, everybody's settling in for the evening. Javi was first, or Lady was first?
Javi's first.
Please give me a perception. Out the window, so disadvantage. Because it's so hazy and grey.
Oh, that's less good. I got +8. 21.
Nothing happened. Watch. It's quiet. Very uneventful. Lady, please give me a perception check with disadvantage.
18.
Wonderful. Your watch seems to go by very uneventfully as well.
2.
And you rouse Kainen for his watch. Kainen, please give me a perception check with disadvantage.
I see shit. Perception is a 4.
Yeah, you don't see shit. It's just dark and grey.
Mm-hmm.
Utter blackness.
Utter blackness. Not even the earth can pierce that.
Yeah, it's true.
Trying to suss out something.
What you want
Kaiden's just like walking the area, like he's just like going from like window to window, just checking, just like quietly.
Yep.
All over the place. And as he like follows like just the circuit around the place, just like gradually, quietly, slowly, nothing rushed. When he gets near the donation box, he will actually have a bit of a look at it.
at the box or inside the box?
Inside, I think.
He'll be curious to see what's inside.
Please give me a stealth check at advantage, which would be a flat roll.
Is he gonna accidentally elbow it to see if there's any jingle?
Flat roll for stealth.
Yep.
What's it?
And
So-
we're gonna take an intermission right at this point because chicken's coming out of the oven.
Intermission.
Anyway, okay, so 17 is the stealth roll. Pretty good. What are you doing?
I am looking inside the box, I guess.
It's a mimic.
Is that treasure, man?
You open the box and you find some coins inside.
Can I tell how much is inside?
It's about 6 silver and 13 copper.
You did say you needed more silver.
I did actually think of that in my mind too. Like, do I need that 1 silver to make 10? Just gonna contemplate looking at it for a minute.
If you need to.
And I would like to close the box.
I was going to say you can always roll for intent.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were going to make you do a will save or something.
Why would I do that?
No, Kainen save.
Kainen save. Kainen save. You know what? Sure, I'll go for roll for it. Where's my other dice? Where did I put my gun? Where's my other dice?
I say that so often.
In the
Where
launch
did I
other.
put my gun?
Okay. So what if it's the lower of the two? I take it. There you go.
That's your call.
Okay. I look at the box. Count the coins. And shut the lid.
The lid is closing.
Sorry.
As the lid is closing, the door opens up, and there's Noel standing.
Oh shit!
Full visual view of Kainen, and he talks softly, so only you and him can hear it. Because he's aware that others are sleeping, and he doesn't want to wake them. He's like,
Is there an alarm spell on this damn thing?
"Take what you need, my son. It means nothing to me if you have it."
You're not my
But
real dad.
there are more wanting of it than I am. And I will walk away from it.
He nods. He crosses the chapel, goes into another room. Spends
Sorry, I thought
several
you
minutes there.
crosses the chapel and then.
He's not Christian.
Yeah, no.
He spends a few minutes in this other room, comes back out, looks over at you, just gives you a solemn nod, and just walks back to his room and closes the door behind him.
I mean, poppers. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do it now. I shall finish my one.
The rest of it goes by pretty uneventful. And, I mean, it's grey outside, but as day breaks, the sun breaks through the fog, the grey. And, yeah, you all wake up to a eerily silent dawn.
Not even animals nearby slowly returning.
0.
Oh,
It's
my.
still relatively smoky outside. Definitely no birds or anything in the trees.
So we can cycle along Rust.
Yes, you may.
It's been a while. Yep. I'll do the morning ritual, prestidigitation to clean up, put on my chest plate, which is interesting because now there's a chest section of D&D Beyond. So I had to go to the chest section to activate my chest plate, which I take off when I'm sleeping for roleplay purposes. But yeah, he just kind of gets ready for the day and kind of pokes his head around getting breakfast. I guess he goes for a ration. See what else anyone else is up to.
I didn't even see the chest section.
Ration down.
I don't even see that chest section. Oh, maybe because it's a plate. I've changed that.
It's new.
Okay. Good.
A new feature on D&D Beyond. You can get yours today. Sorry.
Thanks, Sam Regal. Jeez.
So it might not be a good idea, while we can, is maybe at least spend some of the morning scavenging for rations. Share some with these two, of course, but, I'm running low for another excursion and a death dungeon.
Mhm.
Not quite
I
my
think
thing.
I think our best option is going to be searching for things on our travel because this place it looks barren.
Well, he was more talking about, like, if there were any pantries that had, like, salted meat in the back or some cans of peaches that escaped the fire or something like that. Was the hope.
As though you're going to investigate the ruins and debris.
Until the party gets up and leaves, he will do so. Even if it takes 5 minutes, however long it takes the party to get ready to go east, was it?
Yeah.
He'll try to find some extra rations and supplies for the road.
Give me an investigation roll, please.
Well, before that, maybe the best bet would be to go to the tavern.
That could be one
I
of the
spent-
places to check.
Lady's first day in Redlock was at the tavern. We can probably go there with him and have a
Smart.
look.
Okay. You proficient in investigation?
I am not.
Neither, but I was more thinking I'll just show him the way to the tavern because I don't know if he went there.
I'll show you the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure that Phil made it to the tavern or if he went straight to the church when he first came to Redlock.
I can't remember.
Regardless, if he's willing to go to the tavern,
All right,
then
so
I'll
we'll check the tavern
take him there.
first while the party gets ready to depart, so we're not slowing anyone down.
Give me an investigation roll, please, Phil.
Investigation. I'm not going to cheat on this. That's a 10.
You find several corpses. Burnt husks. You find
Well, waste not, want not.
huh?
I'm not eating those.
The
Did you order the original recipe or an extra crispy?
I mean the location of the tavern, it's pretty much burnt to the ground. Something part of it's still standing, like the hearth. The stone chimney still stands, but for the most part, it is quite desolate. And as you're scouring through the rubble, like, you don't realize, but you actually step on a corpse, and it makes a cracking sound under your foot as it just disintegrates into ash below your feet. And then you stunned by this sound and this feeling, you look down and you realize what you've done, and sort of creeps you out a little bit. and sort of throws you off your initial search, and you don't recover anything from the tavern.
I think you're right. I think we should go now. Probably, nice a rabbit along the way would be good. Yeah. He looks at the corpses, wondering which one is Uncle O and which one's Aunt Beru.
Mm-hmm. Jillian, no, come back to him. Bye, Jillian.
But yeah, he's willing to leave the tavern with company.
Yep.
No worries. Okay, so you vacate.
You were gonna say?
No. You vacate.
No, I thought Will was gonna say something.
Oh, no,
sorry.
I was just like, yeah. Yeah, we can go. I'm probably better suited to finding stuff out in the wild anyway.
I like it sticking together. We're not going on our own.
Well, yeah, there was that, and I didn't want to look around.
Fair. Well, it was worth a try. I kind of had hope for this place. Maybe someday, but
Yeah. I imagine, like, all the other, sorry. Lady. Says to Phil, I imagine all the other places are kind of like what we just saw. Probably best to just leave them.
what about you? When you get your daughter back, are you going to go back home?
Yep.
Okay, well, I will do my best to make that happen.
Yeah,
With
she just
your
kinda
permission
nods.
this time.
She just kind of nods.
Feels glad she's not mad and kind of returns back to the group alongside her.
She's not sort of into making small talk when there's a lot of burnt corpses around her.
I don't see any cultists around us. You're safe. And
Yeah.
besides, if you saw them, you'd probably rip their heads off. So, I feel safe with you.
Thanks, Jillian. Bye, Jillian.
I've already eaten breakfast, but I appreciate the offer.
I don't even know what that is. It looks like a creamy something.
Fudge Trex ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
And that's what Phil had for breakfast.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Little caramel chocolate bits in it. Amazing.
Ooh.
Anything
Yeah,
anyone else wants to do before we head out? Like, oh, look, there's a lost and found box over there in the tavern that wasn't burned down. I'm just kidding.
I think I'd just be looking out to see if any of those possible fire elemental things might be present. The one that Harvey once mentioned, that they may be around.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, perception's going well today. That is a 17. Should have guessed it. You keep missing the opportunity. We keep missing it.
It's the theme.
I have no desire. It's fine.
That's actually going to be the title of this episode, 17.
17.
Episode
viewers figure
34
it
is called 17.
Yes. Yes. That's perfect.
You do not catch your eyes do not catch any sight of any elementals.
Okay. Alright. I guess we should head out east towards the river.
East, always to the east.
East. Why
Um,
is it always east?
That's a Diablo 2 reference.
Fair enough.
Did anybody else want to do anything, Havi? Kainen?
Javi's just keen to head out.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that was a weird throw, but
Saving
I
throw.
rolled it. It hit the tray, bounced up, hit the side of the tray, bounced down, and then landed. I'm like, dum dum dum. Okay, cool.
I got a 17.
yeah.
Well, definitely not
Roll
a 17
credits.
for me,
I rolled a 17 for +9. So
Oh
26.
wow.
Lee, you gotta start guessing more. Come on, come back. Dirty 20.
I rolled an 8 for a 16 total. I don't know how I accomplished that as a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
You have a +8 in your con save? Damn.
I guess it's a specialization or something. I'll have to look into it.
You must have proficiency or something.
Advanced against being frightened. Advanced against. Yeah, I have a proficient. Oh, that's what it is. Proficiency against con save and and charisma save. Anyway, yes. So 16 total. One shy of 17.
The haze is still thick. It's a lot thicker than you wished it to be. Still absolutely no wind in your location, and so the smoke just fills the air, and it's too heavy to be swept away by the wind above, and so it's just stagnant and thick. And you make your way through town and into the east through the hills, and slowly but surely the cloud starts to dissipate. Is anybody doing anything?
Hunting for
I
food.
would like to check for tracks for foot traffic that may have been from the cultists.
Phil will stick with Kainen because he wants to ask him something.
Are you helping?
Yes.
Okay.
Because as he's helping, he's asking, can you make it rain? At least try, with that's magic stick.
Sorry, I can't make it rain. You see.
No, no. I did not mean it like that. No.
Unfortunately, this doesn't quite work that way. It mainly has a cold ability, not precisely water on its own. Like I said before, the previous owner of this thing, I believe he actually had water magic. So he actually used his own ability, not this ability. It does have some affiliation with water, but not in that way.
Because Phil is with Kainen, and Kainen's taking time to be nice to him and talk to him, and Phil is kind of helping him search. In an unusual case, Phil actually gives Kainen guidance. Usually he only uses it for himself, but this is the first time he's sharing his guidance, his supernatural guidance, with Kainen on the search. So that would be a D4 to your whatever roll you're asked to roll.
So please give me a survival check with advantage and a D4.
Oh shit! I found them.
17?
Alright, so this is a you wish.
God damn it!
So this was an investigation, right?
No, survival.
Survival, sorry. That's the same. So 15 and that was 15 and that. That is a 2. I can math. 19?
Quite a lot, apparently.
19? 18? Yeah, 19. 19.
You pick up some tracks.
I found some tracks. Have a look.
Speaking of tracks, I was just reading
track.
up on my natural explorer
Ooh.
trait. Um,
That
so
tracks.
in my favorite terrain, which this is a grassland area, is it not?
Yep.
I find twice as much food while foraging, and while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
You know what'd
Okay.
be funny? I'm sorry. It'd be funny if
Please.
Javi did their own roll and see which actually brought back the bigger bounty.
Well, Kainen does alert you to these tracks. And because I mean he spotted them. S- and Havi, you investigate and you have a look at what's going on here, and the numbers, like, you pick up human and dog print all together, in sort of, they're not exactly single file, but they're clustered.
So
And
we did see them.
and you anticipate it's maybe half a dozen humanoids and seems to be 3 potential hounds, you assume.
And how long ago did they pass through the area?
Based on your location, it seems to be maybe a couple days ago.
Perhaps even
Does
the
it
group
line up
we
with
met in the middle of the night.
Does it line up with the town being burned?
It does.
Right.
Hmm.
You look
Then,
over at Harvey, and they look suspiciously like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
So it
Fucking
will. It
handlebars
wouldn't
and everything.
be the group that we
Yep.
encountered in the middle of the night, because that was even more days after that, I believe.
So, you. Okay, so I'm going to explain some things out of character because it's too difficult to give you a plot line in character. Um, so the town was burned down 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago. I've lost count from when you got the message to when you made it out to the town, how many sleeps you've had. The group that you're tracking moved away from the town several days ago. You're not too sure on the timeline of the town burning down and when these footprints were made, but it's close and it's very, very unusual. It's extremely strange that there would be human and animal footprints of this nature and variety, seemingly in the one outfit together.
Would it be so strange because? Sorry, would it be
It's
seem
it's
less strange
strange.
considering
It's
the other
strange because these aren't on a regular path.
Right. Ah, yeah, okay.
The way, like, this isn't just one or two wanderers. It's a group and it's a cluster, and they're moving very specifically. And I did say about 2 days ago. It's 2-3 days, roughly. Excuse me. Since they've been traveling. But you don't have any information on their prior movement and frames or anything like that. Like, in the description you gave me, Splash, it doesn't necessarily say time frame.
It just says you know how long ago they passed through the area.
Right. So, roughly, I'm gonna say close 2 to 3 days ago at least. Is what you're gathering as regarding this information.
Alright. I'm just going to read out this whole thing because I
Please
really
do.
probably should have paid attention to it earlier. Um, so, in mountainous areas or grasslands, which are my favored terrain type,
Mm-hmm.
my proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when I make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it. While traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. Your group can't become lost by except by magical means. You remain alert to danger even when you are engaged in another activity. You can move stealthily at a normal pace. You find twice as much food while foraging, and while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
So it's definitely about a half dozen humans, 3 hounds, humanoid, regular size. That's what you garner from
Yep.
that specific.
Looks like men and beasts have gone through here. See them.
Well, you get that understanding, Kainen, and Harvey gives you all the information that. I mean, you rolled well, but not exceptionally. To like, you can see the disturbance, but Harvey's like, this is what's going down.
Just stands and gives you this encyclopedic rundown of
what
the
you got.
information that they've gathered.
Nice.
The whole throw the grass in the air and like lick their finger and check the wind. It's like,
Taste
yes,
the dirt.
yes.
Yep, plane
You see, he's
crash.
like, oh yeah, that's nice and fresh. Good stuff.
Oh, look out! There's dog poo. You should taste it to be sure.
Mm. Still
So-
warm? No.
So this is promising. This will lead us to maybe who we're looking for. Maybe Ren Fair.
There's a good chance. Well, it's still in the direction where we're traveling anyway, so it doesn't hurt to follow them and see where they lead.
I wonder if this is the tracks for the group of fire cultists we came across the other night.
Oh, there is a chance, and even if it is, it'll still be on the way to where we kind of came from. So if it starts turning into the group that we did encounter, we won't be far from where we need to be regardless.
Maybe it'll
Javi
lead
said
us
it
to
is
one of
not-
their bases.
Mm-hmm.
Havi will follow the tracks and try to lead the group.
Mm-hmm. But did we have 4 hell hands that we fought last time, or was it 3?
3.
Okay.
And there's
So
3.
the numbers are
The
coinciding.
numbers make sense, yeah.
Yes, the numbers make sense that this coincides with the group you ran into.
Mhm. So,
Oh, so we've already encountered these guys already.
We
Maybe.
delivered
Oh.
early justice
Gotcha.
before we knew it was justice.
mm,
Maybe.
You're not sure. You don't know if it's the same group.
Well, I'll follow the tracks and lead the party where the tracks go.
yeah.
No?
Are they heading? They're heading in a general direction we're already going, right?
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Actually, well, with your abilities, Splash, you would be You're getting to learn the terrain quite well, and you understand like its geographical locations, and you're really honing in on distances, locations,
The lay of the land.
Exactly, the terrain between here and there, and you almost have like a photographic memory, photographic sense. And as you guys are trailing and following this pathway, Havi, you realize, or you tend to believe that they were on their way to the Sacred Stone Monastery. To the Scarlet Moon Hall,
Ah.
where you came up from below.
I wonder how they got out.
Out of
'Cause we're-
character, I just want to say that they don't necessarily have to leave a place directly to a place and come back. Like, they could have been on the surface for a while, you're not sure.
So this is their origin, and then they went somewhere else?
Potentially, no idea.
Gotcha.
I can give you information, but I can't give you all the.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're back here again.
Well, you're not there yet. You're still
Oh.
but you're on the pathway, and Javi gets an idea of where it's headed. Because you guys traveled for a full day. Oh, well, no, sorry. You traveled for the afternoon outside the Scarlet Moon Hall before setting up camp. So there is definitely some area to cover before you get back to, before you discover the track end, so to speak.
Harvey shares that they believe this group were on their way to the Scarlet Moon Hall.
I guess either they don't know it's destroyed, or they're going to try and find a way back in, and they'll find our tunnel. Either way, like if they were heading all the way there, they're probably in by now, or they're off somewhere else.
The haze is like you've been traveling for several hours at least, and the haze is definitely clearing up. Yeah, but you're still traveling.
Any signs of wildlife again? Birds chirping, hoots and howlings.
Like it's not bustling with wildlife, but give me a survival check.
That I am proficient in. Okay, 21.
You're definitely noticing very small life forms like insects and stuff like that. You haven't necessarily spotted like rabbits or squirrels or anything of that variety yet.
Okay.
I mean, the haze is clearing, but it's not clear. It's not blue skies.
Yeah, he gets a vibe of what's going on.
Okay. Has Javi relayed this information?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's not
And
much.
they've also added that I think this might be the group we encountered the other night.
Well, either way, if they were the group we had last night, then we know they're done and dusted. If they're going to the Scarlet Moon Hall, then it's just going back to the 5 cultists, which we already know where they are. So it's not really going to give us more information.
Okay, so we need a plan. So we're not like impulsively doing random stuff. We come across a bunch of fire cultists. What's the plan? If we attack, do we defend each other? Does one person go first? Can we come up with an idea so we're not like, stepping over each other trying to figure stuff out? And just a thought.
Well, we're not in that kind of circumstance just yet.
No, but I'd like to prepare because they could be ambushing us at any point.
My aim is to survive.
Got you there.
Good plan.
What are you asking specifically?
Hey, there's cultists. Kainen will rush in. Lady will stay and guard the back line and I shoot fire. That's not going to help against fire cultists. You know, just kind of a general plan. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
I think she's probably looking forward to using that hammer again, and Havi sort of gestures over to Lady. And I'll probably take to the sky.
Mhm. I will likely close distance, and I'm assuming Lady will likely be there before me. And Phil, I would assume that you would want to be back further away, making certain that you wouldn't be in the middle of the fray.
Yeah, I've unfortunately discovered I don't contribute much to combat, and it worries me. I mean, I can do little tricks here and there, but you know, you guys are the heavy hitters, and if you go down, well, goodbye me.
Well, you could always flee.
I've already done that once.
Mhm.
You help bolster us in battle.
Sometimes it's those small edges is all you need to tip the scales.
Exactly.
Small edges. Okay. No, that's good. All right. That's
If you're looking for something to do while we're fighting, you can stand back and watch what the enemy does. If they try to flank around behind us, you can always do something to hinder them. That'll give us, me and Kainen and Havi, time to readjust.
Or is always your fireball.
not against fire cultists. They would eat that up like breakfast.
Well, do you have other spells?
I have a firebolt.
And
Thaumaturgy, I can make a flame brighter or strong. Oh, prestidigitation, I can light a candle, or snuff a candle.
do you have
Could
like
shoot a
what
bolt
bows
at the
and-
base of a tree or something and try to drop it on them.
I'm not sure a little bolt is going to knock a tree down on it. You know what? I appreciate it. You're saying come up with ideas. I will work on that. I don't have much, but we'll play it by ear.
First and foremost, that you should be not rushing in with us if you don't have the skills to do so. You should be making sure that you are safe so that you can have our backs when we need it.
Okay, so then one more question. I can give one of you a little extra speed boost. If we get in trouble, who would benefit from it most?
I'd say Kainen Our Lady.
Hmm.
And I think ladies experienced the haste spell before, and the
I have as
lethargy
well.
that follows it. 6
They
seconds of
both have, I
lethargy.
think.
Yeah, you gave it to Kanan as well.
Oh, okay. So
That was when we were trying to find friggin' that little Nothic little dude thing. We're trying to chase him down.
Yeah.
The weird
was
tag game.
well, when the time comes, you let me know, and I'll do my best to support and not lose you guys either.
Well, I think Kanan might be the one to receive the boost. Out of character, if you drop your haste and I'm in a frenzied rage, I gain immediately 1 point of exhaustion.
When the spell ends, the target cannot move or take actions until its next turn, as a wave of lethargy sweeps over it.
Yeah, so rage ends when I don't attack or take damage.
But you can still take damage.
You can still take damage.
Yeah, but if I don't,
but you're lethargic,
it's like
so you're
immediately.
fair.
I can always hit you if you want.
Yeah, but depending on what's happening, like if I've just
I think it has to be damage from an enemy.
pasted the enemy in front of me. Well, it doesn't
Plus,
say
worst
enemy;
comes
it
to
just says
worst,
damage.
I can swoop in and grab whoever's stuck.
Yeah. Well, I think Kainen would probably be better regardless because of the fighter abilities.
Important.
Yeah.
Well, Javi, I'm really sorry. I've enjoyed being your exploring buddy, but now I've got a new exploring buddy, Kanan. So he'll kind of stick close to Kanan in case he's ever needed to give him a boost.
Wait, what are we exploring?
Well, no, when they've split off before, it was either like Phil and Javi would go off together, or sometimes Lady Pierce would chase down. So now, if they split off 2 by 2 as agreed by the party, Phil will have dibs on Kanan.
I was going to go down the route that, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't swing that way. I'm not that kind of explorer.
Dibs, shut up and take it. Hey.
Wow. Shut up, you'll like it.
Sorry, Lee, just a little in character banter there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all. He just wanted to establish a little bit of like plan of action and build a little rapport with the group at the same time.
As a DM, I fully appreciate the party taking control of the scene, regardless of what the conversations are. So,
Yay.
it gives me a break. So I'm like,
I imagine this conversation being like, like a military sort of thing where it's like, squad formation B.
Quick, cover our rears. Preparation H.
Slide in there, quick! Get in there! Close the gap!
Go!
That's beautiful.
Anyway, adventuring.
now the mind is elsewhere. Thanks, guys. Okay, so you guys continue, and as I said, there's still a haze, but it's a lot lighter than, extremely lighter than what it was back at Red Lark. So, Harvey, you're leading now. Please give me a perception.
Perception is wisdom, so I can double my proficiency.
Ooh.
17 plus 12, so 29.
You don't see anything.
You
I
clearly
blinked.
don't see anything.
You can
But
see
these
clearly now.
17s keep coming up.
You can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Can see all the obstacles in my way.
You wouldn't believe. It's
Yes.
amazing. So, you pick up I mean, it's almost like the Predator sees like infrared, heat-seeking footprints that just glow and just
Oh, the missiles.
of where these travelers have led themselves. You're extremely confident that there are no dangers about. You do start to see small signs of wildlife. Nothing spectacular, but like you notice a squirrel in a tree. And like you start to notice some small bird life. They're not necessarily making much noise, but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feature for this.
Mm-hmm.
What's your feature?
I'm an outlander as my background. And I can find food, fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't needed to use it before because we've been like pretty good with food. But now
Yeah.
seems like a good time for it. I can also I also have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. But we haven't really traveled anywhere that we've been before, so...
God bless Outlanders.
Now this all comes to fruition.
Yeah, because we're
Well,
outside
I mean, like-
finally.
Yeah, we've been indoors, like, in a cave for ages, which hasn't been, like, super confusing to get through. And even outside, we've never really been, as these characters, anywhere that we've been before, except for Redlark just now.
Right.
And again, there's no, like, berries, small game, and water underground. Well, there's plenty of water, but it is kind of murky, right? So,
Depends on the water source, but yeah.
I mean, the water that we've come across that's been flooding that hasn't been
Caves.
great.
So you realize you're about to crest the hill of where you once camped previously. And you're in a familiar place where you camped before. I know there's still tents on this map, but just ignore them.
You're just announcing that it's a tense situation.
Boo.
It's not as
That
good as
was
the
bad.
joke I told my mother-in-law. Have you heard about the people who go camping just to have sex?
No.
Fucking intense.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Boom chaka laka laka laka.
So yeah,
It cut out at the F word, so it was actually perfect.
Yeah, you arrive in familiar territory. Very familiar territory.
I recognize this tree.
I peed on this once. It was great. The tree's dead now.
What
Well-
time of day is it?
It's late afternoon. Well, it's probably early afternoon.
Well, since we've been here before, Lady Pierce should know the area then.
I mean, we all know it.
Yeah,
Fair. I
right.
was going to
It's-
say,
it's-
how much further?
Whoa.
I mean, in the way that it's only been a couple of days, so like this would be familiar to pretty much anyone.
Gotcha.
Because we chose a pretty specific spot in the rocks to camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
You found a good camping location.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it was disturbed by someone else passing it by.
No, but you do see burnt out remains of trees that were set alight. And you see where your conflict took place.
Gotcha. Oh
You
yeah,
see the-
I start looting the bodies. I'm just kidding.
You see the remains of 3 hellhounds and half a dozen fire cultists.
There's more of them.
You know they're fire cultists going by the robes and the symbols on their robes and what you've seen in the temple below the Scarlet Moon Hall.
Do we know the water cultist symbol? Wait, didn't we
like
kill
the
the water
sign of-
cultist leader? Isn't that how we got the trident?
Yes.
He was a half-naked merman, though.
And what's wrong with that?
Sounds
Well,
like a bad YA book.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you paid attention to the water cult symbol.
We have at some point discovered the symbol, but I can't remember if it may have been the previous group.
Well, the reason being is he was going to propose the idea that if we knew the water hand symbol, you could pose as a high-ranking officer if we encounter the water cults. I don't know if we have any water cult robes for you.
to do that, we'd need to cover up that trident.
Well, no, that's
That
part of
their
the
leader
symbol.
had.
It's like, look, I
Well-
I am a high-ranking officer. This trident is a symbol of my office.
I feel like,
Or I am your new leader. Cool to do
Yeah.
that too.
yeah, I feel like with the power that supposedly these weapons have. It's not a gift that many have.
Hmm.
Right. I'm just
so
trying to say
it
con
could
some
be
water
pretty unique.
cultist to help us.
Well,
That's all.
my point is that if it's a unique sort of symbol that they have, they're gonna know who holds it, and if Kainen walks in there holding it,
That's fair.
that's my thought process on it anyway. But I was just gonna ask if just to figure out if they are the water cult. Maybe we just go up there and say Vanifair wants a peace treaty, because we know that they're fighting amongst each other. And if it looks like they're considering it, we break down the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with breaking down the door.
Mm-hmm. It may just be simpler that way.
Wasn't the hand symbol because the trident guy did the symbol, didn't he?
I can't recall.
I thought it was a
Neither.
fire
I thought
person
it
doing
was
the
like a-
symbol.
We did
Well,
fire,
that-
but not water.
We know
You
the Earth
failed
one.
Fire one.
Mm-hmm.
No, Phil made up a fire symbol. He just did a little like flames with his fingers.
The one we
Yeah.
knew is the Earth one.
Oh, okay.
It was like a triangle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Phil, you say made up, I say failed.
No, that's fine. That's that's what he was trying to do. Is do like, okay, it must be a hand thing. This is earth. This is water or fire. Maybe water is like wave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't tend to be moving hand signals. They tend to just be.
We don't need to know them anyway.
God,
It's just one of those. What a trap. Thanks for
the
waiting.
claw.
It's a wave. It's just a still wave.
No, shouldn't it be like
The sprinkler, yes.
first one?
I really hope it is. Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Well, it was an idea.
Well, we know where they came from, but the real question is like, did they split? They must have split up because whoever had the devastation orb in the first place didn't come this way because it wasn't with them. So they must have divided out and gone somewhere. So this may have been a, I don't know, a scouting party or a messenger party or something like that.
Don't the
Wait.
devastation orbs distract on use?
I don't know, but that would make some sense.
So what are you guys doing here?
We're probably gonna be heading
Flying.
Well, yeah, we're flying. We're likely heading towards to try and find that keep near the river. So we're still heading east towards
Yeah.
that keep.
Well, I think we need to find. Well, probably stay where we camped before, if it's getting later into the afternoon, and then continue traveling in the morning. Harvey is signaling where to camp.
Mm.
You find your previous campgrounds, no roll necessary. You're very familiar with the terrain, and you all make your way
Make it away.
to the camp spot.
That's a camping site. This is a site for the camping.
Yeah, I love the camping. Sorry.
Boys, my handy.
Cool.
All right. So you guys are making camp, no problems. Is there anything else you're doing?
Oh,
Like, go out and look for food.
Yep. Harvey's gonna forage for
Phil,
the
Phil will
food.
watch the camp.
Lady and Havi, give me survival rolls, please. Actually, no, sorry. Can you read the Wanderer out to me, please, Will?
The part that is specific to this situation is You can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Yeah, you find 4 rations, water, food. Like it's a bunch of berries and fruits that you find. Harvey, please give me a survival check, please.
Sure.
We should just exterminate the forest so that we have enough food to go on.
Clear the forest. Release the river.
So 16 plus 12 is 28, and I find double whatever food I forage.
What was the rations I gave you for the deer last time?
That's a good question.
I think it was like 12 or something.
Well, I've given away some rations, so I'm down to 5 rations.
Yeah, no, I'm just
It
trying
might
to
have
remember
been
that number.
3 per
Well,
person. I
anyway,
think 12.
you find another deer, and you capture it. You bring it back, and you have an extra 20 rations total.
Superb.
Nice.
No.
Sorry, it was the no. Give me a survival roll to just. I just want to make sure you don't abysmally fail the roll.
If I need more than 12, I should be set. 22.
Yeah, no worries. You get 20 total rations.
Wahoo! I hand out rations to the party.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Rations! Come get your rations!
Is that
Put
4
your-
each?
None for you.
That should be 5 rations each, shouldn't it?
Oh, 5.
4.
Matt?
Technically 4 because we've eaten one. We're eating one for the day.
No.
Or is that in the morning?
No, Lady Pierce found rations for everybody.
No, I
For
know.
the day.
But if we
Or-
take 5 and we eat one ration for the day, that's a net of 4. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Okay.
Because Lady Pierce made it 24 total.
Oh, 24.
Right.
Okay.
Four for today. Everything today is counted for. Nobody needs to use any rations. Lady Pierce provided a ration for everybody for the day.
Gotcha.
Havi found an extra 20 rations.
I got it. Same page.
So we each
Yeah,
get
get
5
fed.
rations on top of what we eat.
Yes.
Yes.
20 on top of what you eat is correct.
Thank you.
What's the matter, Kainen?
He doesn't have enough.
Say what? What's the matter?
Nothing.
Have you not been tracking rations?
No.
No.
Is he deciding if he wants more than 5?
I do want more than 5.
Ah, how many rations do you take?
Well, no. It's up to because Havi is portioning it. It's up to Havi how she distributes, or he, or it, they distribute it.
Havi gives you 5.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll ask. I'm actually running a bit short because I have another one.
I'll do some more hunting tomorrow. That should see you through till then.
Could I borrow one now?
Are you going to eat all of those rations tonight?
Not quite, but
Then you don't need
I
another.
really need an extra one.
You have worms.
Possibly.
Javi looks a little confused and very mildly grossed out, and hands a single ration to Kainen.
A single extra one.
One single extra ration.
Okay. Thank you. Much obliged.
Does Phil
You
see
should
this?
get looked at.
I mean, I don't assume that you haven't made note of being anywhere separate from the camp, so yes, you would notice it.
What was I gonna do? Oh, insight check then.
Please give me an insight check, and Kainen, please roll deception.
Insight. This depended on what I was gonna do next. Basically, is why I'm rolling.
What'd you roll?
I got a 4.
Got a 6.
Oh,
Very close. But not quite.
wow. Okay.
It doesn't seem all too peculiar. You're just like, huh. And Phil, you
Guess
just
he's got worms.
you somewhat shrug it off.
Yep.
Gotta feed my
Then
babies.
he had something. He had something he was going to try, but since he doesn't really, he's not worried anymore. He's just going to shrug it off. Okay. He expels his. He creates his nightly shield just to kind of feel safe, get ready for bed. Removes his armor so he can sleep better.
I can't read armor. Always prepared.
Oh, who's taking
Time
a
for the
watch
night watch.
tonight? I guess it's my turn. I skipped out, didn't I?
No.
I'll take the second shift.
I don't mind staying up again.
Me either.
Oh,
We got
good
4
night.
watches. Yeah, we go.
Since everyone else is voluntary, he's going right to bed.
Bye.
His last
So
time
what do you
being
wanna-
outside.
Happy to go first tonight.
Yeah, Javi will go second.
And third for me.
You guys are having a campfire for the evening, or are you just for the food ration?
Yeah, I don't have any evening activities before the night watch.
Before the night watch. For the night watch. Hey, we're gonna take a little surgery on the night watch.
So who's first again?
Ladies
One
first, Javi second, Kainen's third.
Gotcha.
Okay, lady, can I please have a perception check from you, please?
13.
No worries. The night seems to be progressing. You don't really get a sense of any calm, quiet. Javi, can I please get a perception check from you?
Indeed you may. Is
Is this one?
27.
Is this one double proficiency?
Yeah, any intelligence or wisdom checks.
Nice.
No worries. So you actually like, especially with a 27, it's a really nice roll. You start to notice a creeping in the distance.
How far in the distance?
Quite a ways away. Like you're. I mean, you don't have ears to prick up, but your feathers sort of raise as you realize that you're definitely not alone. It's quite a ways out. Quite a ways out. Well
Okay.
past the trees where you've had an encounter before, but you
Alright.
definitely know something's there.
So that I know how concerned I should be, I'm going to use my primeval awareness. And that costs a spell slot. To sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead are present within 6 miles of me. It doesn't reveal their location or number, but it just tells me if any creature of that type is nearby.
Okay. Now, is it for that whole list, or do you have to pick one
Yeah.
of them?
That whole list.
Okay.
No secrets here.
That's fine. It's fine. Excuse me.
Okay.
What if it's Goose and Goose has found their way back?
Then it won't come up as any aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Within what's the range?
6 miles. Because we're in my favored terrain, it's normally 1 mile, but because we're in grassland and mountainous areas.
You definitely detect something.
One of the things on the list?
Yes.
Okay. Since Lady was the last one to go to sleep, I will. Sorry, the last one to do watch. I'll wake Lady first. Very quietly, just say, "Wake up! We need to get the others. There's something not human coming toward us." And then I'll make my way to Kainen.
Bring it away.
So just wake up, like giant bird face in my
Yeah, and just pitch black,
yeah.
all-seeing eyes meeting yours, saying, "Wake up!"
Ooh, do we have?
Actually, I probably wouldn't scream. I'd just like sit up, pure core muscle, and headbutt you.
Oh no!
I go to wake up Kanan and I tell him the same thing, that I sense something.
Is that in the force?
It could be an elemental. It could be something. It's not a human, and it's coming toward us.
From where?
I point to the general direction with which I saw the creeping, creature.
Now, you notice Havi. Okay, several things. No roll necessary. Because you did so well. It definitely looks like this group of seemingly humanoids seem to be moving delicately, for lack of a better phrase. you also notice that there is still a mild glow from your campfire as the coal embers still flicker a little bit.
Just quickly, I'll wake up Phil and just relay what Harvey told me.
Do you think they're coming towards us? They're like they are.
I noticed them creeping in the distance. I don't know what they are, but I can sense certain types of creatures, and I'm getting a sense from them.
Do you want to fly over and investigate?
Harvey gives a short, sharp nod and tries to take to this guy as stealthily as possible to try and see what,
Give me a stealth check, please.
scout out. Stealth is
With advantage.
not- Oh,
Yeah. I was actually going to ask about that. Like, just flying.
oh! Thank Christ that had advantage.
Wait, you said the coals were still glowing, right?
Correct.
All right, can I just like stamp them out?
I try to stop lady. So it's just like, wait. If they're going to be heading towards us, we can let this be a beacon for them. We can hide in ambush for them if they're coming for us.
All right, I'll stop.
I was going to say before Kainen had something to say that it definitely seems that the coals are too well heated to just stamp out. It will require a bit more
Right.
effort.
In that case, because that's a good idea, I think I will also stealthily move off, but not too far. Like I'll stand behind a tree. I don't know which direction they're coming from, but I'll move off a bit behind a tree as a preemptive ambush, perhaps.
Yeah.
Close enough to the camp that I can still get to these guys, like within 40 feet.
Give
That
me
I
a
can
stealth
come
check,
towards them.
please.
With advantage. And tell them to hide. If they're going to come here, we'll hide.
Come on,
Actually,
buddy.
No, it's come with me. Sorry.
Come with me if you want to live.
2 15s for +3, so 18.
Cool. Kainen, Phil, what are you doing?
He's putting his elven chainmail on and just kind of half asleep, and then he kind of lays
long-
down.
How
Huh?
long does that take? How long does
That's
that
a
take?
good point. That could be an action.
Typically, donning
Don.
armor takes a significant amount of time.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what he starts to try to do. Sitting on the ground in this camp, just starts trying to put this on. It's not on yet. That is his action.
Kainen, what are you doing?
I'm going to essentially grab Phil and his chain if he has it. Just drag him with me. It's like, come with me to get behind something. So he's out of sight of the camp. Sorry, he's hidden away with me.
So give me a flat stealth roll, please.
Who, me?
Kainen.
Oh.
At the six. Ching 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 ching. Let the loud voice be loud. Let's do this.
Havi, so you go up into the air towards where you saw them.
I did roll for stealth.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1, and then I rolled a 17 for 21.
Woo!
That's all. I was like, thank God that was advantage.
Them 17s.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, there's still a significant way away from the camp.
Which direction?
Haven't decided yet. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
A theater of the mind.
I like it.
and you fly overhead, and you get a better view, and you notice that it's a group of bugbears.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Am I able to determine how many there are?
7.
Keeping in mind I don't have dark vision.
But you're like, this is roughly 7.
Okay. I try again stealthily to turn back around to the group to let them know what's coming.
Well, this group. So before you fly back, um, this group doesn't necessarily seem to know where your camp is at the moment, and they seem to be moving sort of in parallel to your location,
Ah,
not towards your location.
okay. Am I able to see like where they seem to be heading, or is this just a herd of bugbear migrating?
They're definitely being sneaky about how they move, and like, they are not necessarily moving slowly, but they seem to be doing their best efforts to not make any noise.
So they're trying to stealth. Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
We're playing the sneaky game tonight. Hmm.
I will follow, like, keep watch on them until I can see that they're not headed toward the camp.
Well, you can see that now. They're not headed towards the camp right now.
Okay. I'll fly back.
You just before you do, you notice a hand signal. Like, you can't make out the signal, but they all seem to just squat towards the ground and survey their area. Are you doing anything? Or are you heading back?
Oh god. Um. So they've stopped moving and they're like crouched.
Yeah, they. I mean, you can't necessarily see all of them at the moment, but the ones you can roughly make the shapes out of, they seem to have like compressed themselves towards the earth.
I'm gonna wait until they're moving again, so that I know they're not gonna come toward the camp.
You notice one of them move still parallel to your camp, but they seem to get higher up on a rock, and they're surveying. They're taking their time. They're looking away from your camp at the moment, but their view is just panning around slowly. Are you doing anything?
I will. Give me a sec. I'm assuming I don't have my like pack with me or anything because I've just sort of flown up, right?
What are you hoping to achieve?
Um, I wanted to see if I could grab. Like I actually I've got a small knife on me.
Yeah.
I want to take it and throw it against something that I know will make noise in the opposite direction of the camp
Okay.
to get their attention and draw it away from the camp.
It's because it's nighttime and you are planning to throw at a significant distance. Um, I need an attack roll with disadvantage, please.
Okay. And that's just unarmed attack, yeah?
No,
No,
using
no.
the weapon's proficiency.
Okay. Where are we? Okay. Oh, shit.
Now that's a roll, folks.
Okay, I got 217.
17. Let's go.
And then it's plus 6, I think.
More than 20, got it.
23.
So are you doing it while directly overhead with them, or are you moving in a direction and doing it, or what are you doing? How are you doing this?
I will try and stay roughly where I am in the air and just fucking launch this thing to make as much noise in the opposite direction as possible to get their attention.
I mean, so you successfully throw it in the desired direction, but I know for a fact that, like you said, it's like is it a dagger?
It just says small knife.
I'm going to have to investigate your sheet.
Yeah.
No, she's not Yoshi at the moment. She's Yoshi when we play.
Yoshi.
What's it called?
Smash Bros?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Melee. So it's the small knife found in a scholar's pack.
Ah.
Like a letter opener kind of thing?
Yeah.
I guess so. I just did it as an unarmed attack because there wasn't any attack.
Maybe like a
bonus on it.
small camping utility knife.
Something like that.
Excuse me.
Or
So
a simple kitchen knife.
you like, for example, a dagger has an optimal throwing range of 20 feet and then disadvantage up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it just cannot go much further. This knife is somewhat less than that. So you throw it and you throw it really well. It goes about 5-10 feet and then sort of just tumbles and flutters to the ground.
Oh no. Look at the dice roll. Look at that smirk. Oh gosh. I'm going back to sleep.
Luckily for you, it seems to hit a rock and makes a little bit of noise. Nothing, no grandeur like of anything. It just makes a small clang sound, and you notice more than you did before that all of a sudden you see several figures sort of turn in that direction. And the one that was scouting higher up turns and fixates its gaze on that location. And slowly but surely you see some distant figures in a different area sort of go in a flanking motion around as another two go different direction, flanking motion towards that sound, and then the rest sort of just start moving and creeping forward in that direction away from your camp.
Alright, I fly back.
And you back
Everyone's gone.
Is she too stealthy when she returns? Or is she going to hear like us clinking, clinking, clinking in the background? Like,
No, you just hear.
Well, no,
as I land.
Phil's still putting on his armor. Light armor takes a minute to put on. Medium armor takes 5 minutes. So, within a span of however long 5 minutes is right now, he's still putting that armor on.
It's like, will you shut up?
So I land. And I relay the information.
Got him.
There's, and I try to do it quietly. There's
Yep.
a small group of. It looks like bugbears. I think there was maybe 7, but there's a clear leader. I've distracted them and sent them the other direction, but they're organized enough to be flanking and they know what
Okay.
they're doing. I think we need to be very careful.
Do you think they've spotted our camp yet?
I sent them the other way. I don't think they've seen us yet.
Maybe we should move on.
It could be a good idea, but with them in the area, I don't know if we should just stay put.
If we snuff out the light, it might be alright. I don't know how well we've left tracks behind, but did they seem like they were following tracks or just looking around?
They looked like they were traveling really carefully, trying to be quiet. I don't know if they were hunting, but one of them got on a rock and was like surveilling, and as soon as I made that sound off in the distance, they just went into formation. So I don't know if they're hunting or what, but we're not safe.
Were any of them wearing robes or like symbols that we've seen?
They
You
were
couldn't tell.
bugbears, so I'm not sure. I could only tell they were bugbears. They were doing a weird crouching thing. I don't know.
Phil looks around to the other party members, just like, are bugbears friendly people or not friendly people? He probably wouldn't know the lore of bugbears, I guess.
Judging by the military formations, I anticipate probably not friendly.
Well,
Maybe
the
they're a
group is-
guard group hunting out criminals. We don't know.
Why would
I'm
they be
just saying
don't
they
want
could be
to find
allies
out.
against the fight.
I find that slightly doubtful. It's best to err on the side of caution and avoid them entirely. Especially if there's 7 of them. They're usually pretty capable.
I'd say there's at least 7. There could be more.
Gee, it must be a 7 team out there. Go 7 team. Okay. Okay, I'll be quiet, but does that mean no sleeping or are we supposed to move on? Because I don't think
They
we're
looked
packed.
like they were moving through the area. Like I said, I sent them in a different direction. I threw a knife in the distance to make some noise to keep them away from us because I was worried we'd be seen.
Okay.
Well,
He'll keep donning his armor just in case.
I think we should be ready to run if we need to in the middle of the night, but we should still turn in, but with someone on watch, and we'll have to snuff out the fire.
Havi starts grabbing clawfuls of dirt and putting it on top of the embers
I do the same.
and says, I'll continue my watch.
Alright. Well, anything seems bad in this case. Wake us immediately and we'll be ready.
Phil will finish putting on the elven chain and go to sleep in that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, I too will turn in again, making sure that all my gear is ready for a quick escape if need be.
Yeah, I think Lady's gonna sleep closer to the fire.
Smoldering bit of the fire.
Yeah.
Well, it's covered in dirt now, so.
Well,
Might
that
be.
is that where Harvey's sitting, or
Yeah, Javi's just. Well, Javi's not sitting so much as he's watching from the tree above.
yeah, I'll set up underneath that tree then.
Alright.
Don't shit on me, please.
I can't make any promises.
Is it still considered good luck, or
Well, actually, no. This is the better question. What kind of owl are you? You're a barn owl, right?
No,
Yes.
she's an Aarakocra.
Right.
Keep going over this. She's not an
I
owl.
look like
Owl
a barn
is
owl,
She has an
specific-
air of Cockra about
Right.
her.
but I am an Aarakocra, and I do not cough up pellets.
Okay. I always like bringing out the conversation. It's fun.
Like I said, I'm a barn owl with cataracts because I don't have dark vision.
That's the
Oh,
one. All right.
I'm gonna get rid of that small knife.
I deleted it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
wee.
All right. I'll
Wee.
turn it again and wait for my next watch.
Filled wood. Oh yeah, never mind.
Well done, Splash.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, please make a noise. Please make a noise. Like, yeah, we go. That's good enough. I thought we just like either screech or rustle a tree or something. Like, just do one of those things. Anything that works.
Well, what I was going to do, and I'm sorry, was that if Javi woke up Phil, I was going to roll to see if he would scream in fright or not, to have like this bird face in front of him as he woke up. But since it was someone else who woke Phil, I'm like, missed opportunity.
Who are you?
Ah!
All right. I have to go back to sleep.
Back to sleep.
Harvey will continue their watch with hypervigilance.
Hypervigil Javiism.
Two beans. Okay. So,
This is what we're going to call it.
Right.
daybreak.
Daytime.
Wahoo!
Pack up your camp and now the trail of these cultists, and it definitely seems like they're fire cult, were you 100% are certain that they were moving towards the Scarlet Moon Hall.
Was that the direction? Was it the same direction the bugbears looked to be moving in?
No.
Okay.
More like a wandering.
And can we cycle a long rest?
Sorry, yes. Everybody cycle along.
Yay. I'm still asleep.
Me too.
Yeah. Actually, I do need to have a nap today. But anyway, that's a later problem.
That's a future me problem.
Yeah.
Alright, I start packing up.
I guess I didn't need to do my watch. Cool, thanks. Anyway.
Oh, looks like you TPK. Sorry.
Uh,
No.
Not again.
we got
Look, I've already escaped. You can't TPK me. I don't know how I got down here, but I'm safe down here.
What we're saying is that we got ring raised in our sleep, huh?
So
Got him. Alright, I guess we'll head
Bingo.
towards the river to try and get that.
Back on the road. Is this okay? Is this a different place than the Earth Cultist fortress?
Yes.
Okay. So it wouldn't be worth trying to call out for Bruce. Goose, yeah.
Havi is definitely keeping an eye out because
the last time you called out for Goose, you were at the Scarlet Moon Hall.
yes,
Which was closer to it.
Okay. So do we have any plans when we meet these people? Is it just like die, or just like, hey, can you stop? You know, what's the plan here?
Well, we don't know what they're about.
whatever promotes elemental balance.
Leveling a town is not elemental balance. Just
Yeah, what kind of elemental balance are we talking about?
And say neither is burning a town.
There's-
so interrogate, try to understand, kill on sight. I want to make sure we're on the same page here.
First off, we're heading to what, Riverguard?
The keep near the
keep.
river.
But we confirmed it was
River
the
Cape.
fire cultist, and they've been nothing but trying to kill us, except for a lucky bluff.
No, wait. So the fire cultists that we just found today, well, we killed the other day and then found again today. We're heading towards Scarlet Moon Hall.
Right.
Bugbears were heading to Scarlet Moon Hall as well.
No,
They're going somewhere else.
Oh, sorry, they were going somewhere
That
else.
was just, I guess, a random encounter.
Right.
Well,
So
okay,
we're going
lead
to
the way.
we're going to the keep.
Yeah.
We don't know if they have anything to do with anything that's going on.
Okay.
We don't even know if they're a cult base yet.
Now I'm on the
We're
same
just going there
page.
to check it out.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
I haven't had any coffee, and I don't know how long.
I think
We'll
we
lead
try-
with questions.
Yeah, we can try and provoke them into reacting to something, maybe by having Kainen show his trident. See what their reaction to that is.
How
And if
would
it
you
is-
hide a trident, to be honest?
Well,
Waving his trident around, my goodness.
Just put a cloth
One
around
idea.
it, I guess.
Harvey could hold it and go
Wing-prong
up into
approach.
the sky.
Yeah. But
Kainen,
Kane's gonna let it go.
how do you feel about that, buddy?
Or no. Have Phil
There are easier ways.
have Phil sit on Javi's shoulders, and we'll hide it behind our backs. You know, we're tall enough we can hide it, and then we could act like the one person again.
Well, we could deal with getting the trident off Kainen at some other time.
Why would we have a problem with getting the trident off Kaiden? We're just trying to find a creative way to hide it when we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I've no idea.
Okay.
I have another suggestion for Kainen. We have tents, right?
I have a suggestion for. No, sorry. We have tents.
We have like sleeping bags and stuff. We can wrap it up. I don't know, something.
Yeah, that's what I suggested. It's like literally
Yeah.
just wrap the that was it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Or we could take it off him.
He's fine carrying it.
He
What
just
is wrong
stops
with
foaming
you?
at the mouth.
Yeah.
Let him carry it for now. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not
No, well-
character or not. It's like
No. Ladies probably in agreement with Kainen. If we need to like hide it, it's probably better to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Before you
Have it.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
It's just
lady
a
has
cat.
no idea what's happening. Like she doesn't know that Kainen is like hungry for food, wants more money.
So
Yeah.
she doesn't wrap it.
A risky business.
Mm.
Oh,
Phil was actually not trying to incite action now, but like, okay, what do we plan for as we get closer?
Mhm.
So it doesn't have to take place now. How far away are we from this place? Like 2 minutes away?
Well, we don't really
Oh.
know, do we? We just know the
No,
river.
we're a while away by the sounds of
Yeah,
it.
so we don't have to prep for anything. So let him carry it for now. It's fine.
Because we don't. I guess once we see a keep somewhere that might be near the river, we're gonna just assume that that's going to be them and act accordingly.
Look, that guy lives in a van down by the river. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, Benny, you're on the wrong
Sorry,
side
it was
of
a
the
dream I
river.
had. Anyway,
Mhm.
I guess we do our daily ration search, which I guess with feats and whatnot, it's automatic. Dependent on the
so
DM.
you were inquiring about travel.
Mhm.
If you went directly east from here, you would be close in passing to the Scarlet Moon Hall, not directly, but close. And then eventually, it would probably take you another day's travel to get to the river.
Okay. Going with the cool.
Mm.
Should we cover it when we pass by, just in case we're spotted from the distance, or?
Mhm. Well, we know it's going to be at least a couple days before we get there. We don't have to just yet. But if it's going to be within the day, I'll wrap it on that day.
Okay. There's no reason to doubt him.
I mean, he's not wrapping it for me, so yeah, I don't doubt it whatsoever.
It's only when I'm close, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Phil just figures it's an item of concern. It's very large. He's now into making plans because he knows improvised action is not always the best course. So he's like, I don't want to make another mistake. So he's trying to be more meticulous now.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
But that's it.
Elliot, there's at least almost 15,000 kilometers that separate us. I feel fine.
We have plenty of time.
Plenty of meters to kill.
Excellent sitters.
Yeah.
So are you guys just heading directly east? Are you going towards Scarlet Moon Hall? Are you looking for the keep only?
To the keep.
To the keep.
Yeah.
Oh, are we
Since they
skipping
get to the
Scarlet
river, And
Moon?
once we start seeing the river area, sorry. The idea would be try and find the keep first. If we can't just find it generally, we'll look to the river and use that as a reference and maybe find the keep from there.
But we're not going to Scarlet Moon. We're trying to find the other keep. That's what we're clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
we need to go back to Scarlet
Oh,
Moon immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you think we should or we shouldn't?
I'm just a DM.
No.
No, asking Will to rephrase.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go back to Scarlet Moon Hall immediately.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to make sure you said.
I think we need to go to the Scarlet Moon Hall immediately. Like,
Yeah,
do
it was.
Oh nah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people down there, and I don't think.
Yeah.
I think we were lucky to get out
Oh yeah.
unharmed. Once I think the next time we go back down there, it's to fight.
Yeah.
Just if we get close, we might want to try to stealth our way. Even if there are ways, we don't know if they'll have scouting parties.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm just being paranoid. He looks haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, party sets out. And you start moving towards the river. Directly to the river.
Yep.
You're about halfway to the river now. It took you a full day just about to get to here. Havi, can you please give me a perception check?
Certainly. 15 plus 12. 27.
You don't see anything.
I see the back of my eyelids.
The cataract ones.
Yep.
And go headfirst into a tree.
Oh,
Like one
watch
of those
out for
birds,
that tree.
like a
Exactly.
bird that hits the window, you know, just thump.
Yep.
No, so you're traveling and it's very uneventful. But the air is clearer, there's much more wildlife about. It seems like you're back in the wilderness. I was about to say civilization, but that doesn't make sense. Like the civilization for animals. You're back in the wilderness. You guys are traveling. You're heading east, always to the east.
I'm assuming we're south of the Scarlet Moon Hall-ish.
Well, you've passed that already.
Oh, good.
That's
Safe.
well in your periphery. You do realize that you're close to the Sacred Stone Monastery.
Okay.
Okay, that's a sign.
You yeah.
I was just gonna say, can Havi fly up high again and do another bird call just to try to signal if Goose is in the area where we are?
Sure. Give me a performance check, please.
Okie doke. My performance is a flat roll. Okay. 14.
I was hoping for a 17, but
No. With a bonus.
you call out, and you do your best, and it just sort of echoes out into oblivion. Because you're so up high. You hope that it reaches Goose's ears.
Cool. I rejoin the party, sort of just flying above them.
No worries. You're getting close to the river now, but the sun is setting. What are you doing?
Looking to see if there's any buildings on the horizon somewhere.
Give me a perception check.
I'm just trying to find the party.
I found nothing.
I don't know where I ended up. Oh, here we go. Let's see.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know where anyone is.
Nothing.
I don't understand how you're lost. You're literally walking right next to them.
Oh, not on my screen. Maybe.
Right there.
Oh, what happened to why is your character all the way out there?
That's what I'm saying. I can't see anyone next to me. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Can't believe I've done this.
Can you guys click on another character portrait and see if it zooms in? on
It
the
doesn't. That's what I've been trying. Or I would have tried that trick of teleporting.
I can see me, but I can't click on anyone else.
Same.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yay, thank you for saving me.
Got you, fam.
So I'm just walking along with everyone else, minding my own business.
Exactly. Can I get a survival check from you, Splash?
Indeed you may.
find a campsite.
That's 22.
No worries. Ah, excuse me. You find a good campsite. You settle in. You can all hear the water from where you are. It's literally over the crest of the hill. You definitely Kainen didn't see any buildings or anything nearby.
Mhm.
But you set up camp and you get cozy for the evening. And this is where we're going to end the session.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.